led to some other projects that people say, can you make this, can you make that? But anyway, it's pretty simple. I have a home-built router table with a homemade fence. So if you can see the little T thing that fits in my T slot on the router fence, and the only upgrade I could make is if I can get a self-adjusting clamp, because every time I do something different thickness, I gotta put a different spacer block in there. And my first experience with the dovetail joinery was it's too big, and then the next thing you know, it's too small. So I broke down and bought a really high-tech micro adjuster from Rockler that clamps on the edge of the router table, and it's still pretty crude, but then I still found that I'd move it a couple thousandths and it'd be too small, so I made a 7-degree sanding block, and that's how I fine-tune them. Real high-tech, but it works.
Yeah.
When you get down to where it'll almost fit, all you gotta do is take any roughness that the router bit left off, and then it usually slides in and fits like a glove. So basically, visualize it. It just goes along the fence and creep up on the fit. My first several, if you look at this piece, this is when I ended up, they all got too small more than once, and I just loosened it and do over, and finally got it. Now the last table I did, I didn't have to do that on any of them. I was able to creep up on them. And, yep. I mean, obviously if it's a big panel you don't need, you can just run it on the fence, but with something this narrow, it might be a little sketchy. So, any questions?
That joint is linked to apron then?
Yeah.
Is what you're creating?
Well, actually, it's a center column and the leg, the feet that go all.
Okay.
Thank you.